Steve, let's start with the news of the week, which is that the Orioles, according to MLB Pipeline, have the #1 farm system in all of baseball.
#1. That's the best. Can't get any higher than that. So that is really exciting, Brett, for the Orioles to be the #1 ranked farm system. And it's been a kind of a quick rise. I mean, in the 2020 preseason, MLB Pipeline had them number 13. Mid-year last year, number 8. Preseason this year, number 5. And now #1. And they're number 2 in Baseball America. So, I mean, it's kind of a consensus among the top 2 who do prospects that this is about the best farm system in baseball. So that's exciting. And what does it mean is what the fans want to know. Will that translate to wins in the major leagues? And prospect analysts who do this for a living and who are great, like Jim Callis and Jonathan Mayo and J.J. Cooper and those guys, tell me that it can and it does. You know, you go back many years, that Kansas City team that beat the Orioles in 2014, they were #1 before they had a great run. San Diego more recently, top farm system that is translating into wins. We've seen Atlanta do it, Tampa do it. So when you get to the top or close to the top, it can mean good things down the road. That's what everybody in Birdland hopes.
Yeah, and it really helped out the Orioles in a recent run where they led the American League in wins, whether they acquired some prospects through the draft or through trade. That team started moving the needle because they were moving up on the farm system rankings. I seem to recall pitchers like Tillman and Britton and Mattis, who was a contributor on those teams, all in the top 100 at one time, and there were many, many others. But let's check out the home run ranking right now from the Orioles minor leagues. You expect to see a few of those names. Adley Rutschman at 19 overall between AA and AAA. But let's talk about the man at the top of that list, outfielder from Stanford, a 2019 draft pick in Kyle Stowers, Steve, showing a lot of power right now.
Buck Britton, the manager at Bowie, says he has big boy power, big boy tools there, especially this bat. He's a big, strong guy, as you see from the left side, 6'3", 200. And when he hits a ball, it stays hit, as the scouts say. This is Thursday night in Bowie. They needed a win against Erie. He hits a big home run there to center. Here's the one in the 8th that was really huge. Pitch towards the outer half. He drills it out, a 6-6 tie in the 8th. It's a big 2-run homer. And so that is huge for Kyle Stowers. And, Brett, he's getting some prospect love, too. He's number 11, MLB Pipeline, number 17, Baseball America. A high draft pick in 2019, as you mentioned, number 71 overall out of Stanford. And, I mean, it's the exit velocities he produces that is really attracting attention. He is maybe number 1 in the Orioles organization, right up there with Adley in terms of average exit velocity and max. I mean, he's hit a ball this year, I believe 112 is the hardest. What he's got to do is cut down on the chasing a little bit. The strikeout total, it's high. Strikeout rate is 32 right now. So he wants to hone that in. And he's very much working on that. They're really trying to get him to focus on middle. You know, that outside corner pitch, maybe you could do damage on it, but you've got to really hone in on the middle, a little less chasing, because when he gets to the ball, good things happen.
And you told me that he's someone who has really embraced the data analytics, too.
He really has. When I talked to him Friday at Bowie, had a long sit-down interview. He's an articulate, intelligent kid. He's a Stanford guy, right? So we know he's a smart kid, and he really looks at that part of his game. The swing decisions, he talked a lot about that. He says that's a controllable. You can't control what happens when you hit the ball hard. It might go right at somebody and be an out, or a bloop might fall in. So you can't control that. He said you can control what you swing at. So he's working very hard at trying to improve his swing decisions, as we say. And he told me, really, when he was in college, I believe it was after his sophomore year, maybe his junior, he went to the Cape Cod League, played for Falmouth. That's when he really believed I might be a great player one day, because he held his own with some of the best college prospects in a great college summer league. He was a top player there, got a lot of attention, moved up draft boards, and that was really big for him, that Cape Cod League experience. And a bigger picture, Brett, in Bowie, this offense is really good. I mean, Ryan Fuller, the hitting coach, has done great work there. First in runs, first in homers, first in walks, second in on base, a team OPS, 774. And you look at some guys, Brett, who have excelled at Bowie this year that moved up and kept hitting. Adley Rutschman and Robert Newstrom come to mind. So Bowie loses key talent and keeps hitting, because I think they've just really got a good thing going this year. The players and Ryan Fuller, they believe in each other, and it's really translated. It's one reason Bowie's played so well.
Well, they've also pitched behind Grayson Rodriguez, who got the start yesterday. And I know you had a chance to talk to Grayson this week, and he had an interesting quote to you I want to read. It says, "To see that everything we're putting in place from an organizational standpoint is working, it's a huge confidence booster for everybody, no matter who you are. It's nice to see you're in an organization like this. Good for the fans to see what we've got in the minor leagues and actually how good our minor leagues are." What jumps out to you, Steve, about Grayson right now?
Pretty exciting stuff from Grayson. A great quote, I thought. And he, I asked him about being the #1 pitching prospect, and he said it's an honor, but he doesn't focus on it. And he remembers the time in high school when he fell down those rankings. So he doesn't focus on that. As he said, that won't make me a better pitcher or a worse pitcher. It's an opinion someone has, and it's an honor. But in terms of the organization overall, he took a lot of pride in that. And several people I talked to on Friday in Bowie, Buck Britton said this is the best shape the Orioles minors have ever been in. And Buck's been here a long time as both the player, coach, and manager. And so they're real excited. I mean, I think it's kind of it just shows that what Mike Elias and Matt Blood and the whole group is doing can work, is working on the farm, and now we need to see over years if it translates to the major leagues. But it gives players confidence too, Brett, because they say, hey, we think we're good, but here's somebody not connected to the team who says we are.
Absolutely. Steve Melewski, our Sundays with Steve. Steve, thank you so much.